every little bit adds up to make us strong. And if we stick together and if we just continue to push and not give up so quickly, I think we could have an impact. But how does someone who is a working class person, that's an everyday person, how do they help? That's a question of you.
I love this. I could tell you all day how you can help. So the first thing is help yourself and register to vote. Before when they say you're on an airplane, it's like put your mask on first, then the person next to you, get your registration set up, get your absentee ballot, get your voting plan, and then check and make sure all the people that you come in contact, even via social distancing, your friends, your family, the people on your social media channels, do the same. If you want to get involved, you can sign up at stillavote.org, and we have a system set up where you can literally send emails to elected officials saying what you want your voting process to look like. So if you want your state to send everybody a mail-in ballot, you can ask for that. The other thing is that right now, there are trillions of dollars being released by the federal government, for some to corporations and some to the people. I will tell you, not enough to the people and too many to the corporations. But we need money to make sure that these elections are run safely, so that there is PPE, so that there is enough ballots. In Wisconsin, they ran out of ballots to mail people. That's why some people didn't get them. How do we live in 2020 having the most important election of our life and ballots run out? That's shameful. That's not what this country should be about. That's not what our democracy is. So you can go to stillavote.org. You can do something as simple as sending an email to your elected official. You can tweet at them. There are people, you can make a phone call. You can tell people, you can join and you can watch. You can share the story of Trayvon and Dontre, because a lot of times people don't want to vote because they don't see how the issues are impacted. But we need people. That's why it's so great that Ms. Fulton is running. We need people who know the pain, who know our stories, who are representing us, and who care about our lives. We'll talk a little bit more later in the program about what you can do when we're joined by one of the local advocates, but do something, register and vote. Ms. Fulton, is there any?
Is how COVID-19 is affecting different groups. African Americans in particular are hit especially hard in this. Now, one famous family here in Houston is working to raise awareness and testing when it comes to minority communities. Anchor Melanie Lawson has the latest.
Yes, that's right, Chauncey. And we're talking about very famous entrepreneur and philanthropist Tina Knowles Lawson. Said she was stunned to learn that a third of the people who die, more than a third of the coronavirus, are African American, even though we make up only 13% of the population. And those numbers are even higher here in Houston. So she and her superstar daughter, Beyonce, through her Be Good Foundation, decided they wanted to do something. And they launched a campaign called I Did My Part. And they're bringing it to Houston this weekend. So I asked her why it was so important to them.
Our people are dying and we are misinformed, and we are still showing up, in public places with no mask and no protection. And for some reason, young people feel that they can't get this, which is not true, because a lot of them are dying as well. But it's just a lot of misinformation, and it's just unfortunate, and it's really sad. And we feel like we have to do whatever we can do, to whom much is given, much is required. So that's always our philosophy.
Well, the Knowles family has certainly come to the aid of Houston before, giving large donations, you may remember, after Hurricane Harvey and other major storms. This time they're hoping to reach at least 1,000 people to get them tested for free. They're also giving out masks, disinfectants, and cleaning supplies, along with gift certificates for food. Now, those tests will be given at Cullen Middle School on Friday and Forest Brook Middle School on Saturday, both days 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. We've got a lot more information about it on our website, along with our full interview with Miss Tina. And Chauncey, I know you're going to hear a lot more from her coming up on Thursday, since she is going to be one of the panelists on your town hall meeting, talking about this very issue, COVID-19 and racial disparity.
You're right, Melanie. We want you to join us on Thursday evening for that special 1-hour virtual town hall focusing on the COVID-19 pandemic and the impact on communities of color. I will be the host, and Mayor Sylvester Turner, Congresswoman and Sheila Jackson-Lee and Tina Knowles Lawson and other medical federal health officials. You can watch it live on Thursday night at 7 o'clock on ABC13.com, our news app, Facebook, YouTube, or your favorite streaming device. In the meantime, you can submit your questions to us for the panelists right now on our news app or on ABC13.com.